Hello everyone, my name is Master Steve, and welcome back to the Hunter Call of the Wild. This is going to be episode 2, I believe, and we're back in the Sundarpatan hunting reserve, and we're just going to be finding out how aggressive every single animal species is. So, strap in, this is going to be kind of a wild one. I think I get mauled to death 3 times in this video, so let's just hop straight into it. So in this very first clip here, I'm just in the very southern, I believe this is the southeastern part of the map, just kind of, making sure I'm getting the rest of the outposts and all the lookout towers cleared out so I can have the full map, and just get a water buffalo charging right at me right away. And I mean, this thing didn't even touch me, but I figured I'd use a bow real quick, see if I get a quick shot on its way by, maybe get a free kill, and I did end up getting a little blood trail out of it, but I mean, after following it for a few minutes, I mean, the health of the thing was not going down at all, and it might have dropped dead later, but I mean, the bleed rate of this thing was super low, and because I was using a bow, there's probably no way that thing actually dropped, so I decided to move on. So I was investigating whatever the bottom right hand corner question mark was on my map, and just kind of put a little marker on it, and as I'm walking out there, I can hear something off to my left, just kind of, heavy hooves and stuff, so I'm thinking, okay, it's probably a little something over there, maybe a water buffalo, could be that same one I saw earlier, but I'm not really worried about it. I'm just more focused on, getting my map filled out and just kind of, enjoying the exploration of the game. And so as I get up here, I'm noticing there's some footsteps and stuff, and I'm like, okay, decent tracks, maybe I can, get this little hunting blind set up and, continue to follow these and actually get a kill on an animal. And so I get right up here, and all of a sudden this random water buffalo comes out of nowhere, and I'm like, okay, let me see if I can get a kill on that thing, because it's probably going to charge me. So I quickly put just 2 into it, because I wanted to drop it as fast as I possibly can. This thing was not anything special whatsoever. I think this one was a bronze, and I mean, just very basic, but quick 1,000 credits off of that, which is pretty good. And so, just back to, okay, free kill on that. But then I keep hearing hooves around me, and I'm like, okay, what's going on here? So I quickly reload, and then, boom, right behind me, 2 more. And so I'm like, okay, at this point in the game, I don't know if they're aggressive or not. And as soon as I see that, I'm like, okay, I need to actually see if I can kill this thing. So I put 2 into this one, and it just goes running right past me. So I consider a 3rd shot, but I'm like, okay, 2's probably good enough. This one's coming in trying to see if he can gore me to death, and so get 1 into him. Pretty big blood splatter off of that one. I mean, right as I'm trying to aim at him, his buddy comes in and gets another shot on me. This one comes right back. I mean, they are just circling me, doing a super good job. I put another one into him. And at this point, I'm like, all right, get the bow out. You don't have time to reload. And, I mean, it just goes so wrong so quickly. I can't even keep up with what's going on here. I'm getting an arrow loaded real quick, see if I can maybe get 1 off, and nope. Buddy comes in, absolutely finished me off, and I get knocked out by a water buffalo. So that's kind of how this hunt started off, and I'm like, wow, I think I got some decent shots off on those, so I went all the way back up there. And it turns out, I mean, I did manage to secure the kill on it, on one of them. And this is the part where I'm tracking the second one. I mean, the bleed rate was very low, but luckily, I mean, according to the blood trail thing, it dropped down 25-50% pretty quickly. So this time I did get a pretty decent kill off of it, and as I'm following it down here, one of the things that, I don't know, sometimes this game doesn't really make sense to me, is sometimes you will just lose the trail entirely, and it makes absolutely no sense in where you're looking. So I mean, I follow this thing off to the right, and I mean, I get turned around here. I have no idea. I think I'm going the right direction, but it's one of these things where it's like I'm looking at the footsteps and I'm like, okay, well, there's no blood trail anymore, so I think maybe I lost it and it was a different one. I mean, I was really overthinking this because I couldn't tell, like, there were so many swarming me at that point. It felt like the ending scene of Halo Reach where it's Noble 6 alone, but eventually I got it, but it just took forever. So went on a little drive up in the northern part and just, looked like a good ATV ride across a giant suspension bridge. I thought this part was pretty cool, actually. I think they did a great job on this. And so I just went up exploring in the Himal region to the north, because I know up there are going to be a bunch of yaks and water buffalo, and I mean, I am after the big game in this region. I know that they have, like, the Bengal tiger and whatever like that, and I mean, eventually I do want to get myself a nice trophy tiger, but at the moment I'm focusing more on just the big game. I know water buffalo charge, and now I'm kind of curious about yak. I want to know if a yak will charge me or not. And I mean, I do find out later that, yeah, they do get pretty aggressive. But at this point, I'm just kind of enjoying the exploration of this. And really just appreciating, the amount of work they put into this reserve. I absolutely love the Sundarpatan Hunting Reserve. This one is probably, I've played through most of them. This was a long time ago. Now I'm hopping back into the game. This one seems to be the one that I'm just drawn to the most, because It's so diverse. I mean, you have just the three distinct regions. Down south is all the jungle. You have the high mountains of the north. Like, you have that, I don't know, almost a piney forest kind of in the middle. It's just a very, very diverse map, and I just absolutely love it. So, like I said, trying to just kind of explore the northern route, and just, appreciating the landscape of this is just awesome. So, it's like coming up over this ridge here, I see something running at me, and I'm like, oh crap, get off, get off, get off, see if I can get a shot off on this thing. And it actually looks like a decent sized water buffalo. The horns on this one are much bigger than that one that charged me the first time. He's trying, he turns around, he comes around for another go, and I'm like, oh, put the ATV between me and him. Just looking at the horns of this thing, this one might be a decent trophy, I don't know. And put one shot at him as it turned around there, and that finishes him off, luckily, which is good, because I absolutely do not like tracking these things for miles. And so let's go up here and see what the trophy is on it. I kind of forget, I think this one was a silver, it could be a bronze again, but just judging on the antlers, this thing's probably, yeah, definitely a silver. And it's kind of a lucky kill there. I didn't expect the thing to just come running at me like that. And so, I felt pretty good about that. I just kept exploring up north, got the rest of the outposts and stuff. And, I was just having a blast with this game. I absolutely love it. And so as I'm coming down here on the other side, I'm trying to remember. I'm pretty sure this one was down, like, the central of the right-hand side of the map, where this is, like, before you cross the bridge. And this was kind of a weird encounter, to be honest. So I honestly don't understand how the hunter can hear a warning thump from a hare all the way on a mountain on the other side. This guy has some amazing hearing. But, kind of come over here and kind of realize this would actually be a fantastic spot to start a hunt in the future, because you have such an amazing view across the valley and on the ridge across. And that actually probably be a decent spot to spot some animals. So I come over here and claim this outpost. And this is where it gets a little interesting to me, because, it does a little cutscene. I just see that water buffalo go running right through the outpost, and I'm like, start like, hurry up, get through the cutscene, because what if that was actually a decent animal? So, just judging off the weight of it in the upper right, 702 to 885 kilograms, definitely on the, that's a pretty standard, honestly. It's probably nothing special, but I still want, I still want the credit for the kill, and I still want to get the money from it. So I follow it down here. This is the first brown one I've seen. All the other ones I've shot were different fur colors, so I'm definitely thinking this one, it's different. Maybe I should go for the kill on it. But as soon as I turn around, this guy comes running through the outpost. This one looks like the one I killed up on the, up on the mountaintop in that last clip. This one actually looks like it has, decent antlers and stuff. And this thing looks great. So get 2 shots off on it, reload, and he looks a little confused there for a second. I think maybe he'll drop dead, but nope, he has to go running down the side of the cliff, of course. And I think definitely those 2 shots I got on him will kill him. I'm pretty sure they will, but if not, I guess I have to do another one. But it turns out they did. So as I come running down the hill, I'm always watching to see if maybe I can get the second one. But this one, this one's over 1,000 kilograms. It's definitely going to be worth a lot more money. So I follow the blood trail down here. This one went down pretty quickly. I think I got a lung shot on this one, but he just died right down here by the lake. And like I said, again, just beautiful scenery in this game. And so come down here. The horns on this one are just absolutely beautiful. I love this one. So still a silver. I have not come across a gold rated water buffalo yet. I'm hoping I will at some point. But I think that one's definitely my best one so far. It looks just a great looking animal. So I went back down to, I think this one was kind of more of like the central village in the map, kind of, or the one just quite left to the left. I'm just kind of trying to go up kind of some like the central valleys and just kind of look for whatever animals I could. And this one was absolutely amazing. So I come up here, just early morning, I'm thinking, wow, this is going to be such an amazing shot. And I think this actually might be this might be the best clip in this whole video. So I'm coming up here, like I said, early morning, looks great. I'm just trying to be as quiet as I can, come through the brush, and I'm going to come up over this ridge line here. I'm not exactly sure what it looks like on the other side. I'm still exploring this region. I don't know if it kind of flattens out or not. I'm looking at the topographic map, and I'm like, okay, I'm kind of to the top of a little ridge line here, so maybe I'll be able to spot something. I don't know if it's open on the other side or not. And as I come up here, it just looks absolutely stunning. And off to my right, I see some stuff out in the distance. I'm like, that's not a rock. What is that? So, take out the rangefinder, and sure enough, there's a herd of yaks laying out there. And I'm like, okay. And there is a 8 difficulty mythical running around with that herd. So I'm thinking, okay, this will actually be hopefully a decent trophy. I would love a gold yak. But before I can even, have a second to contemplate my shot or how I want to line anything up, he decides to meet me halfway. And so he just comes charging at me, and I'm just like, oh boy. And so instead of risking getting killed, I just put 4 shots right into him and didn't waste any time whatsoever because I was not looking to die again. So got a kill on him pretty quickly, and I don't like using 4 shots. It doesn't really feel ethical to do that. It was a silver rated trophy, still a nice set of horns on that one. But yeah, he just came charging out of nowhere. I didn't even realize he could react from that far away, but yeah, right to the right lung, easy kill, good shot. And so now in this next clip, this one was kind of I don't know, kind of a poor choice on my part, but still really, really fun. So this is again up in the Himal region in the north, right side village in the upper right hand corner. I was kind of hunting, headed south, kind of just up to the right of those lakes. And as I'm coming up the hill, I got a warning call, and I'm like, okay, yak warning call. I wonder if it's gonna be one or a herd. Turns out it's a herd in a feeding zone. And there seems to be at least one decent one. I saw there was a level, one that was rated a 6 in there, which is not too bad. Just look at them right here. The horns on them are not too bad. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe I can get something off of this. So as I'm kind of contemplating here, I'm like, okay, I have heavy brush behind me. I've got, maybe I can't really tell the exact amount of yaks in front of me. Probably 4-ish. But I don't want to spook them and get charged. I would like to at least, just get the nicest one out of this herd. And so as I'm moving up the ridgeline as slowly as I possibly can, I see one more stick its head up over there, and I'm like, okay, I really do not have a good judge of how many are over here. So I am just crouched, I am just easing up as slowly as I can, and all of a sudden they turn, and I'm like, oh boy. So are they going to charge me, or are they going to stay still? So I just freeze and wait to see what they're going to do, because, maybe they'll run off, I don't know. And then all of a sudden it starts fleeing, so I'm like, okay, this is the biggest one in the herd, I want to see if I can get the kill on it. So I contemplate using a bow on the closer one, just because, maybe I can get 2 kills, get a little some more experience points. I am still trying to level up in this game. But I'm like, no, go for the big one. So line him up right here. He's moving. That was kind of I don't know how decent of a shot that was. That one was good. I put a second one into him. And now they just start stampeding and running all over the place. So I had 1 shot left, and I'm just kind of trying to stay calm and be like, okay, nothing's charging me. But I look out in the distance, and I just see something moving. It looks like it's coming right at me. And sure enough, it's not... It's a level 1, it's aggressive, and as soon as I look at him, another one comes out of nowhere and just headbutts me. So now I'm like, okay, and here we go again, getting charged again. So I try getting a shot off there, and I'm like, nope, missed. And so reload. And at this point, I don't know what I'm doing. I think I need to just put a rock between me and them, because I know animals in this game will get stuck on, rocks and trees and stuff. So I'm like, all right, keep this rock between me and him. And it works there, so I'm like, all right, can we get a shot off? That one, I think it went underneath him. I don't think I got the kill there. Get one, that one landed, I know that for sure. That one landed. And so I'm like, okay, those 2 shots should be kills. The question is, can I stay alive until they drop? So get one more on him, and now I'm out of ammo entirely for my 30-06, and I have to just go to pull out my bow. I put 1 into that one, and I just cannot believe none of these are dropping dead. I feel like these should all be decent lung shots or whatever. I am trying my very hardest. 1 drops there, and I'm just trying to run around this rock as fast as I can. And this one does not want to drop at all, and he is not scared of me whatsoever, and he comes in and gets the kill. So, get knocked out by a yak yet again. And it just cannot get any worse for me here. So I respawn up at the village again and come back over here to this exact same spot where I died. Just start analyzing all my blood trails, because I'll be honest, in all that mess, I have no idea how many I killed. I could have gotten 1, I could have gotten 2. I really don't know. I lost track of how many were circling me. So we'll see what happens. But came over here and picked up 1, started tracing some blood trails to the other one. As soon as I'm tracking him, another one comes out of nowhere, which was absolutely, scared me to death at this point. I think I've been mauled twice, and I am just not interested in getting mauled again. So put a shot on him, and I don't know if he went down or not. I think he does, but I mean, I don't want to run down there and check immediately. Like I said, I don't know if the rest of the herd is still around, so I just, keep myself up high, stay in that same spot by that rock, and just see if I can keep watching, because I really do not want to die again. I like to just keep, move on with the hunt. So go down there and get the claim my kill. I mean, it's not rated anything, it was just a quick one, but it was more of a self-defense kill more than anything else. So I think now that I've fully recovered from getting mauled like that, So moving on from my brutal death up top from being mauled from yaks, I decided I'd follow the herd down the side of the hill, just kind of towards some of these high mountain lakes and these valleys up here. And I mean, I'm just walking right down the hillside from the spot where I was killed, because I'm thinking the rest of this herd still has to be around relatively close to me. I've seen tracks everywhere, and I'm thinking, okay, they're probably just right up here. And sure enough, there's one that didn't forget what happened up top, and he's still out for blood. So put one quick hip shot into him, get a second hip shot off, and I mean, good blood splatter on that one. That was probably a long shot, if I'm guessing. And so I think I got one down. I think this is the second one. I don't know if I even looked for the... Well, now that I think about it, there were definitely two there, but I only secured the kill on one. I definitely could have gotten the other one if I wanted to, but I guess now I watched his back, I guess I wasn't paying too much close attention. But silver rated, not too bad or anything, just kind of an average one. And so, I mean, at this point in the game, it was getting kind of dark, and so I went back down south to kind of that central outpost and just kind of wandered up the road a little bit and saw this little guy. Just thought I'd get a quick kill real quick because, why not? I was getting tired of running up in the Himal region up north and just killing the same thing over and over again. And as I was wandering around down here, I mean, that was literally the only thing I found. I thought I'd find, some deer or anything down here, but nope, no black bucks or anything, just this little guy. So I decided that, I just quickly claim this, and I'm going to end up going right back up north and trying to see if I can find one more yak. And actually, I was super pleased. I mean, even though this is rated as silver, this is not a bad yak whatsoever. So I followed this herd to the upper right-hand corner of the map. And I mean, this guy right here to the right, just over that ridge line, has a pretty nice set of horns on him. I was pretty pleased with this. So, first shot off, get a second shot, and I mean, just drop him right there. And I mean, like I said, it did turn out to be a silver, but I still think that was a pretty good one. And so, I mean, this episode was I actually really enjoy this one just because of how aggressive the animals were. It's definitely one of my more adventurous hunts to this region. I'm excited to do more. I think next I'm going to try looking for a tiger or something, or do a little more down south. I think I've covered the mountain region pretty extensively, and I want to cover some more areas of this just wonderful reserve they've created. So that about wraps up this video. I'm just going to claim this silver yak right here and kind of call it good. So if you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.